Hi there, my name is Amber Horsley, and it is my distinct privilege to share how amazing our God is with you. I am a mama to two sweet babies, a 1 and a 4-year-old, and it is my privilege to spend every day with them, to start to see their spiritual gifts, to help to cultivate their strengths, to build their character, and to help them to have eyes to see God in all things, the little, the big, and everything. And I've been encouraged to do this by several different platforms and other moms and things like that. And so I thought I would share some of those that are my favorites today, of just things that I hope will encourage you as well. So there's several different podcasts I really love. First one being called Nat Theo, N-A-T space T-H-E-O. That's by Erin Lynham. And that one is a podcast just showcasing different parts of God's creation in nature, and where she shares very in detail about the science behind each of her different topics. And then at the end, she goes and she talks about and ties it back to God, and how we can choose that to see God. And it is just so good. And I love, because I love nature, and I learn from them. They're not so simple that, us as parents, start snoozing off, dozing off type thing. No, like, I am fascinated by them. She uses big words, but she also makes it at a very much a level that young kids can hear and understand as well. My daughter gets so excited to learn about all these things along with me, and her current favorite is the octopus. She has a couple videos about the octopus, but this one in particular she loves is about the different colors and how they can change shapes and things. And so she goes into detail about how there's 3 different layers of the skin cells. The base layer is white, the second layer are called iridoform cells, and the third layer are called the chromatophore cells, and how each one of these cells has millions of muscles that pull on each of these different sides, kind of opening things like windows to show the different colors, and that's how they change color. And so she goes into detail about these things. And then she continues to go into detail then about God's work in it, and to see God in nature, and then how we can see him in each of those different things, or even on a global platform of how we can use these animals or these different parts of nature as having eyes to see God. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So I absolutely love her platform. Another platform I really like is called Parenting with Ginger Hubbard. And she just points everything back to God and biblical discipline, and how all of, whenever you're a parent, get to the heart of the matter, get to the heart of whatever the discipline issue is. It's not just your child's being bad or this, it's okay, what is the heart issue? Is it a lack of compassion? Is it just disobedience, or all these things? And so then you can address it from a biblical standpoint, where you do a biblical reproof, you do a biblical correction, and you show them scripture, and you just go along and you model their character. So I love her platform. I also really like, there's Courageous Parenting with the Tolpins, and there's Don't Mom Alone, and there's the Homeschool Compass podcast. Those ones I also really like. In general, for me, I really like listening to the Bible recap, or just daily audio Bible as well, just to make sure I'm getting fed with the word as well. And so I love all of those different platforms when it comes to different podcasts for the kids, things like that. There's also Kids Bible Stories, which is another good one that I like and that Adelie likes. Another podcast that I like as well is called The World and Everything in It. It's a Christian world news podcast. So yeah, probably not geared toward kids, but also they're really good in there about if it's a more sensitive subject or a sensitive topic that, oh, hey, if you have younger listeners, you may want to pause this and fast forward 7 minutes or whatever they say, just so that they're very much geared towards children and a family mindset of those. And they also have what's called World Watch. That's a platform for kids that I haven't actually subscribed to or purchased yet, but that is on my mind, that as my kiddos get older, I probably will do that as part of our homeschooling curriculum. But that's another podcast that I really enjoy to get my world news from a biblical standpoint. Otherwise, for YouTube videos, I really like Valley Creek Kids. And so it just is a little worship service. It's one from, I'm sure, a mega church or something, but it has a little fun game at the beginning, and then it has worship music, and then they do a little message for the kids. And so I very rarely do screen times for my kids, and if I do, it's Valley Creek Kids or it's Magic School Bus, like the old school Magic School Bus, or randomly, occasionally, or really, it's if we're talking and we're out and about and it's like, oh wow, let's look at this, or what about this, or mommy, have you ever heard of that? And I'm like, oh, I haven't. Like, let's find a TED talk about it. Let's find like something on YouTube about this, or like animal tracks in the winter. We didn't certain animal tracks, and so we just found a couple of YouTube videos about how to assess animal tracks in the winter and things like that. So I very much keep screen time to a minimum, a very big minimum. Like, it definitely not even every day my kids get screens or things like that, but I'm also not against them. Like, I try to use them just best as I can to help to mold their character the way that I'm hoping to. But those resources I have found to be extremely beneficial for me, and just in helping my kids to see God in every aspect of their lives. And so maybe those ones will be encouraging for you as well.